India-Pakistan conflict 1965 was partly responsible for the causes of adoption of annual plan. Statement 2 is correct. This period witnessed severe droughts. Statement 3 is not correct. Such situation caused a devaluation of currency and not depreciation. Statement 4 is correct. There was a general rise in prices. Q14.D National Ambient Air Quality Standards and AAPUS are the standards for ambient air quality set by the Central Pollution Control Board CPCB, which are applicable nationwide. The CPCB has been conferred this power by the Air Prevention and Control of Pollution Act, 1981. There are 12 pollutants notified under the NAAPUS 2009: sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, lead, ozone, PM10, PM2.5, carbon monoxide, ammonia, arsenic, benzene, benzopyrene, nickel. Q15.C Consumer Food Price Index CFPI is the weighted average of the indices of some of the subgroups of the group food and beverages. These subgroups are cereals and products, meat and fish, egg, milk and products, oils and fats, fruits, vegetables, pulses and products, sugar and confectionery, and spices. The non-food items index is weighted average of the indices of groups pan, tobacco and intoxicants, fuel and light, clothing and footwear, housing and miscellaneous. Q16.C Statements 1 and 2 are correct. It is an initiative of the Railway Ministry to reduce dependence on diesel by electrifying nearly 90% of railway tracks in the next 5 years. Q17.E all the given pairs are correctly matched. Initially, Grain Storage Research and Training Center was established at Hopper in 1958, which was later elevated to Indian Grain Storage Institute, with 2 field stations at Ludhiana and Hyderabad with financial assistance from the UNDP during 1968 to 73. It has been renamed Indian Grain Storage Management and Research Institute in 1996. The Central Institute of Fisheries Technology CIFT, set up in 1957, is the only national center in the country where research in all disciplines relating to fishing and fish processing is undertaken. The Institute. www.freeupsmaterials.wordpress.com. For www.visionis.in, copyright Vision IAS. Started functioning at Cochin in 1957. Research centers function at Paraval, Gujarat, Visakhapatnam, AP, Mumbai, Maharashtra. The Central Grain Analysis Laboratory CGAL, located in New Delhi, assists in monitoring the quality of food grains at the time of procurement, storage, and distribution by analyzing samples collected by quality control officers. The NDBB is an institution of national importance set up by an Act of Parliament of India. The main office is in Anand, Gujarat, with regional offices throughout the country. NDB's subsidiaries include IBM Limited, Anand, Mother Dairy, Delhi, NDB Dairy Services, Delhi, and Indian Immunologicals Limited, Hyderabad. Q18.A Statement A is correct. The 7th edition of India Maldives Bilateral KUBERI and Exercise 2016 was conducted at Kaddu, Lamu Atoll, Maldives. The aim of the joint exercise is to acquaint both forces with each other's operating procedures in the backdrop of amphibious and counterinsurgency/counterterrorism environment, and also to enhance the existing military relationship between the Indian Army and the Maldivian National Defense Force. Q19.A Statement 1 is correct. During 2015-16, a new scheme named Startup Village Entrepreneurship Program (SVP) was included under the NRLM. Statement 2 is correct. It was announced in the budget of 2014-15 to set up a Startup Village Entrepreneurship Program for encouraging rural youth to take up local entrepreneurship programs. The proposed program is to be implemented under National Rural Livelihoods Mission (NRLM). SVP supports the rural startup entrepreneurs by training them to choose the right enterprise to start and run it, making available loans through self-help groups for starting the enterprise, and subsequently linking them to banks for additional funds for expansion, and supporting them for the initial 6 months of its business to ensure sustainability of the enterprise. Statement 3 is not correct. It is an initiative of Ministry of Rural Development. Q20.B The BrahMos is a short-range ramjet supersonic cruise missile that can be launched from submarines, ships, aircraft, or land. It is a joint venture between the Russian Federation and India's DRDO, who have together formed BrahMos Aerospace. The name BrahMos is a portmanteau formed from the names of 2 rivers, the Brahmaputra of India and the Muskvar of Russia. The missile travels at speeds of Mach 2.8 to 3.0. The land-launched and ship-launched versions are already in service, with the air and submarine-launched versions currently in the testing phase. A hypersonic version of the missile, BrahMos II, is also presently under development with speed of Mach 7.8 to boost aerial fast strike capability. The missile has flight range up to 290 kilometers. In 2016, as India became a member of the MTCR, India and Russia are now planning to jointly develop a new generation of BrahMos missiles with 600 kilometers plus range and an ability to hit protected targets with pinpoint accuracy. Q21.C. The Financial Sector Assessment Program is a joint program of the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. In September 2010, IMF made it mandatory for 25 jurisdictions, including India with systemically important financial sectors, to undergo financial stability assessments under the FSAP every 5 years based on the size and interconnectedness of their financial sectors. It is reviewed periodically to make sure it reflects developments in the global financial system. Q22.C. Genetic modification of disease-causing mosquitoes has been suggested as a method to control the spread of vector-borne diseases like dengue, chikungunya, malaria. The technology is conceptually simple. The gene is inserted into male Aedes aegypti mosquitoes that transmit the viruses causing dengue, chikungunya, and Zika fever. This gene produces a protein that can switch off the activity of other genes key to the insect's survival. Adult males carrying the self-destruct. www.freeupsmaterials.wordpress.com 5. www.visionis.in Copyright Vision IACE. Gene are then released in large numbers in endemic localities to mate with normal female Aedes aegypti mosquitoes and produce offspring that cannot survive beyond larval stage. Hence, statements 1 and 2 are correct. It is important to note that the lethal gene here is expressed only in the offspring. The adult male is fed an antidote, the antibiotic tetracycline, to prevent the self-destruct mechanism from operating, so as to ensure its own survival and mating with female mosquitoes. In a matter of weeks, the mosquito population drops drastically, as the offspring inheriting the gene without the antidote die. The above genetically modified gram mosquito route to control dengue or Zika has been approved in countries from Brazil and the US to Cayman Islands and Panama. Q23.C. Statement 1 is not correct. The Minimum Wages Act, 1948 was enacted to safeguard the interests of the workers, mostly in the unorganized sector. The categories of employees include unskilled, example child guard, cleaner, office peon, etc., semi-skilled/unskilled supervisory, example cook, canteen boy, telephone attendant, etc., skilled, example blacksmith, tailor, carpenter, painter, etc., clerical, example record keeper, storekeeper, moonshee, typist, library, and etc., and highly skilled workers, example compounder, head electrician, accountant, winding engine, driver, etc. Statement 2 is correct. Under the provision of the Act, both the central and state governments are the appropriate governments to fix, revise, review, and enforce the payment of minimum wages to workers in respect of scheduled employment under their respective jurisdictions. The enforcement of the Minimum Wages Act, 1948 is ensured at 2 levels. Statement 3 is correct. To protect the minimum wages against inflation, the central government has introduced variable dearness allowance (VDA) linked to consumer price index. Q24. The Union Cabinet has given its ex post facto approval for implementation of Rank 1 pension OROP retrospectively with effect from 1 July 2014. OROP will provide ex-servicemen of same rank and same length of service uniform pension regardless of date of the retirement. Armed Forces personnel who retire voluntarily would be not covered under the OROP scheme. However, it will be applicable to personnel who have already retired prematurely. Q25.8 The Diamond Triangle consists of the 3 Buddhist sites of Ratnagiri, Udayagiri, and Latgiri, belonging to the Vajrayana sect of Buddhism, which is popularly known as the Diamond Vehicle, and hence the name Diamond Triangle. The discovery of a huge number of sculptures, images, antiquity, fragments, stone tablets, potteries, coins, stone and terracotta tablets, and many huge stupas cemented the fact that these 3 places described by Xuanzang are the ruins of a university complex called Pushpachiri University.